You would think this would be a reaction video, but let's be real here. This really isn't a reaction. This 6-3 that scoreline may flatter United to a bit. City definitely took their foot, but before we even get to that part of the game, first half was, let's be real, it was the City show. You saw our two fullbacks get yellow cards. Let's see, Marcus Rashford, I forgot even played in the game. He had a shitty pass or two. McTominay did as well. When you play against City, you cannot afford to just give up possession the way we did. And we did. You have to be careful with the ball. You have to maximize your possession with the ball, because when you play City, you're barely going to get a touch of it. It's just the way it is. That's the way how they play. City was intense. You saw Haaland and Foden get 2 hat-tricks. And see, the only upside to this game for me is the fact that Haaland and De Bruyne are my fantasy team. I have no United players. That's the only upside I could take from this. Like I said, there were players in that game I forgot were even on the pitch. Marcus Rashford, anonymous. Anthony, apart from that nice goal he scored, anonymous. Sancho, anonymous. And I get it, Ten Hag picked a lineup that, bailed him out of trouble, got him those wins, but come on now, when you're playing a team like that, you need a defensive presence. And there's no way McTominay was that guy. I probably would have picked Casemiro over him, but people are saying Ronaldo would have done better. Would he have, though? Would he? Because our forward line wasn't getting service. Barely did. And the times we did, we failed to make anything concrete of it. I have no man of the match. Anthony Martial gets off the mark this season, 2 goals, penalty. That was a nicely taken penalty at the end. He was a sniff around goal. So good for him. Anthony, great goal. At least we know we weren't willing to give up, but City was on from the jump. And I think we could have gotten Erling Haaland like a few years ago. Because if anything, that game really should tell you how well both of those clubs are being ran at the moment. City being run like a well-oiled machine. You can see it on the pitch. They perform like a well-oiled machine. United, you got Richard Arnold, who knows nothing about what he's doing. You got Jerm Murtaugh, who I'm still trying to figure out how he even got the position in the first place. Glazer's out. And I did say I was going to make a transfer video. Those are really my personal... I didn't really need to take many notes because what was there? There's nothing noteworthy of that game. That long layoff before, that means those 2 canceled games we had, you could tell it definitely affected us, even though you would think right before the international break it affected us. Yeah, they targeted Dalot. Once he got that early yellow card, of course, he was being made an easy target. I think most of their goals came from his side. So, Alessia got subbed off. You knew one of the fullbacks would get subbed off. Sancho, forgot he was playing. Various moments in the game. Let's see. Yeah, you must take advantage of possession whenever we get it, because City ain't gonna let you dwell onto that for too long. I know I said I was gonna do a transfer video, but there's no point. I'll just keep this brief, so this will count. Best transfer so far, I will honestly say, is Christian Eriksen. Off of free. You feel like he wasn't really brought in to play the Frankie de Jong role, but he's done excellent so far this season. Bruno played. That's right. Forgot that too. Questionable signing, Casemiro. 30 years old, and we're paying £80 million for him. I think we could have gotten a defensive midfielder much cheaper than that. And he doesn't even start in the league, so that one's scratching my head a bit. I feel like we needed a center back, fullbacks, both a right and left back, a couple midfielders, a number 10, and like a holding midfielder, a right winger, and a striker. Got the right winger, paid £100 million for him. It's not the player's fault, it's the club's fault because they left it late in the window. And that £100 million player scored on his debut, and he scored in the derby. So I will give United's transfer window a C-, because there are players that should have been sold off that were not. Eric Bailly should have been sold off. Phil Jones should have been sold off. Harry Maguire, I feel like he's probably gonna be sold next season, this upcoming summer transfer window. I feel like that's my view. If Facundo wasn't injured, I would have definitely seen him going back to Spain on loan, without a doubt. Yeah, best signing. Okay, so best. I would say Malacia. That's the best bit of business. Actually, I would say that's underrated business. Underrated signing is Malacia, because he just came and took Shaw's spot. Best signing is Christian Eriksen. The signing that has me scratching my head the most is Casemiro's, without a doubt. But hey, we roll on to the next game. No need to dwell about this one. It is what it is. There's really nothing to react. And you got my best bit of transfer opinions. Hopefully you're having a better day than I am. And well, glory Man United. And we didn't kick a boot today. They kicked us. Unfortunately, back to the drawing board. See you again. Peace.